The most thrilling, spine-tingling series ever.
From the pages of R.L. Stine's best-selling books,
And the screams go on forever and ever.
We now return to Goosebumps.
Greetings, Goosebumps fans, young and old, big and small, living dead and undead. Welcome back to the Goosebumps Crew Podcast. As always, I'm your host, Isaiah Vargas, and I'm joined by my good buddies, Bjorn Palnick and Nick Shaw. We are the Goosebumps Crew, and we're back to talk some Goosebumps. Thank you guys for joining us today here on the Goosebumps Crew Podcast. If this is your first time joining us here, first of all, I want to say welcome. Hi, how you doing? If you are or have ever been a fan of Goosebumps, then this podcast is right up your alley. We have new episodes every week. We are three of the biggest Goosebumps fans on the planet. We can talk about Goosebumps for days. And if you guys like Goosebumps, you're going to love this podcast because we have new episodes every week where we talk about everything Goosebumps, from the books, TV shows, movies, video games, merch, whatever it is. If it has Goosebumps on it, we're going to probably talk about it until the sun becomes coal. So if you want to hear us ramble about Goosebumps for hours, then make sure, if you like today's episode specifically, you leave a like and comment. If you're watching us on YouTube, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell notification so you can get updates when we release new episodes every Wednesday on YouTube. If you want to listen to episodes a day before they go up on YouTube, however, you can follow us over on our audio platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and iHeartRadio. We have our audio-only versions of those episodes go up a day early over on those platforms. And if you want to keep up with updates on the Goosebumps Crew, the podcast, and just our endeavors as a whole, you can follow us on social media. We are available over on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok. Bjorn and Nick also have their own individual social media accounts and YouTube, so make sure you go follow them there if you can. Please do. They really deserve the support.
Make us happy.
Make us happy.
Some news came out, though, that we should probably discuss about a certain game.
Well, at the time of recording this episode's going to go up a few weeks after we do this one. But at the time of recording this one, there was a new Goosebumps board game announced. Now, if you guys are familiar with the game Clue, which I doubt anyone is unfamiliar, USAopoly apparently has a listing on Amazon and eBay for a brand new Goosebumps edition of the board game Clue. In fact, actually, as Bjorn, you showed us earlier, there actually are a few different Clue games that will be coming out soon, including one for Diary of a Wimpy Kid, which is really weird. But yes, there is going to be a Goosebumps
books ones, like they're doing book franchises. But yeah, like it's all official. Like we're getting the Goosebumps Clue game. It's actually cool. I mean, they used the 2008 Horrorland aesthetic, but it's really, really cool to know that we're getting another Goosebumps board game. So
yeah, it's really weird too how this board game is a lot like the last board game in that we only found out about it because we just saw it when looking up Goosebumps.
Just an eBay listing. I was like, is that real? I thought it was fake. And then I was like, maybe someone did custom, and then no, it's official. I was like, well guys, there's a new Goosebumps game. We're gonna have to buy it.
Yeah. So I guess keep an eye out, guys. I think you can actually buy it now for, I believe it's $45 over on Amazon. So I guess you guys can get it right now, but who knows when it'll appear in stores. Maybe by the time this episode goes up, it'll be in stores.
Yeah, go in stores. You might can only get it online.
But yeah, literally at the time of recording this episode, we just found out about it. So we'll be keeping our eyes peeled for that one. But for today's episode, we're going to be doing something a little different. So we obviously, as I said, we talk about Goosebumps every single week. We talk about everything official wise. But today we're going to do something a little different. We're actually going to go into the unofficial territory. We're going to take a look at some old Goosebumps YouTube videos. Now, these are videos that I put together in a playlist. So most of these are videos that I grew up with. I was pretty much well versed in YouTube around 2009, 2010. That's when I started getting into Goosebumps too. So I would always look up Goosebumps videos on YouTube, whatever I could find. Now, keep in mind, this was old YouTube. So this was not like, like vloggers and TikTokers and like all that kind of stuff that you'd see on YouTube now. It was like, 20 somethings with camcorders or little kids with camcorders going out in their backyards and filming little videos with their Goosebumps books or their toys or whatever. And even some like really strange stuff that you probably just would not find today. So I compiled a small playlist of videos that I grew up watching, and I'm going to watch it with the guys and show them and see how they react to it. So I hope you guys are ready to see some really goofy stuff.
Yep, sure I am.
So we're here at a good old YouTube, and like I said, I have a very small playlist of videos that we are going to watch now. And let's take a look and start by watching this video simply titled Slappy the Movie 2009.
What do you want? Listen. No! Stand back, Slappy!
I love that shot of him reading the book.
What happened to his suit jacket?
I don't know. That's something I really
The hair blowing in the wind.
That is great.
That's very 2009 with that hairstyle.
Oh, undeniable. The best part.
Oh,
So that
so good.
is Slappy the movie. Like I said, kids get a hold of camcorders and they go out in their backyards and film some really weird stuff. I mean, when I was a kid, I was doing the same thing, so I can point and laugh all I want. But what did you guys think of it?
Better yet, what did Slappy think of it?
Brilliant. Brilliant.
Brilliant.
It was very 2009, and I do remember watching this video a long time ago. So it brought back some good memories. It's like old YouTube memories.
That's exactly what
I
it
did
is.
the same thing. I used to go and just search random Slappy videos, and there was a lot. There was one just titled Night of the Living Dummy. I don't know if you remember. It wasn't even a Slappy doll, though. It was like, oh, God, it was like it had like Exorcist music playing, and it was like just this random puppet that was technically Slappy. And there's like lightning strikes and stuff. I don't know if you remember. It was just called Night of the Living Dummy.
Not
Did you ever
sure.
see that one?
Every Slappy video I've seen has had Slappy in it. So
Oh, man.
now we got to
remember
talk
what-
about some of the scenes in this. First of all, let's take a quick look over here at the disclaimer. Slappy, no, don't kill yourself. We'll find your father.
What the
I mean,
hell?
Look, I'm just saying, like, if this movie were real, I would buy the shit out of tickets.
Yeah. Oh, my God. And it's funny that the channel's just called Slappy the Dummy, too. And he's just shy of 1,000 subscribers. So
Yeah, guys,
help
get this
get him.
guy to 1,000 subs. What the hell? 15 years.
Yeah, guys, we'll get into 1,000 subs.
Yep. Yeah, all 2 people that follow up on that request, you got us to thank for that. We're bros.
True.
Now, this kid,
What was the last video posted on this channel?
first of all, let's talk about this kid's
Like, how
hair.
long ago?
His hair is fantastic.
That's 2009. Wow. That's like the emo fringe.
The shot of
It's gotta
him,
be the haircut.
yeah. And just the shot of it blowing in the wind like that, all dramatic, is it's great. Well, you just got like it's so funny. It's like the timing is impeccable. You got this trailer music with like the choir in the back that I'm pretty sure I've heard in actual movie trailers countless times. And you got all this like Slappy running away while being like, no.
They used that music in the opening to Jackass, the movie, actually.
I was gonna say it's like I feel like I've heard it in a few movies.
Yeah, it's been used a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that wonderful ending with running at the camera with the what the fuck, and then
The explosion.
Yep. I wish the well, yeah. Let's take a quick look at this kid's. I'm curious to see. The last video on.
Oh, there's more.
is
Look at that! Look at that
years
thumbnail!
ago.
Look at that cover photo!
Oh my gosh!
Holy moly!
This is really weird.
It's just
Wow.
a bunch of
8
slap-
years ago.
8
How
years.
sporadic were these? Like 15, 13, and
Yes.
8.
Slappy the rock star.
How do you feel
So we're due for a new one.
about what? Your funky fresh hair. Why do you have it?
I have it because I joined a band called The Dummies.
Cool, cool. Nice looking wig you got there.
It's not a wig!
Yes, it is.
Get that kid out of my
How was that?
Yeah, this
3
is my
months
hair.
later.
3 months later, kind of growing now. You know, kind of big.
God.
Yeah, thick.
What's it like being
Kind of like
Hey!
Slappy.
Well, it's pretty nice.
Haunted
You get a
Masters
lot of
popped up.
fame and fortune.
I think it was that piece from the
See your
skateboard
hair,
from
huh?
World Fever Swamp,
Yeah,
too.
well, no,
It was so random.
I know.
Really?
It's just covering.
It's a wig.
You still need to find that, Nick.
It's a
I've been
wig.
interviewing you for 5 minutes.
Stop moving a moment.
What the hell happened in the end?
What's with these
Yeah, the
subliminal
random-
messages like in the videos?
Yeah, I was going to say, it's just little flashes of images, subliminal messaging,
Yes, it is.
mind control.
Oh my gosh, what was that?
People.
That's the throw thing Slappy, was it? No, not
Wow.
Slappy. That's a different one.
I gotta like
That Haunted Mask skateboard,
really
like-
go in here and like
That's so random that they just put that clip in. I'm like, if that's a real skateboard, Nick, that's rare as shit.
oh my god, what is
I don't think it is a real one. But I don't know what is up with all these little hidden images that this kid threw in.
It's kind of
Oh, no.
disturbing in a way.
Let's take a look. So Slappy's
Slappy's
back.
back.
This was February
TV Presents
16th,
book.
2011. I'll give him credit. The video quality looks a little better.
Oh, you got a suit jacket back. Have you noticed? I just realized.
What is happening? I'm back.
Nothing's happening.
I think that might be the scariest thing. Nothing's happening. And then it changes to, oh my god! Why?
What?
You got thrown in the trash.
You just bit
What
slapped
is that in
him.
the trash? That popcorn? That's a packet of popcorn, isn't it?
Yeah, that's butter popcorn.
I have no idea what that is.
Wow. Let's
What it
watch the
looks
last one. Slappy's rivals.
What have they done to that poor book cover? Hey, that could be a first print for all we know.
Whoa.
Oh no, Slappy's rival.
Don't do drugs, kids.
Dennis.
Dummy we once knew as
Dennis in the
Slappy
Witness
Dummy
Protection Program.
has been tragically lost
Oh.
for about 40 years.
Wow, this is from 2015.
And today we want to take
Around the time when
this
the
day
movie
to
came out.
celebrate
I was gonna say, this kid sounds a lot
a
older.
legend who was Slappy the Dummy. Some of you might say
The
he went
videos are
on
getting
to a
slightly better.
better place,
Stop the book.
but others might say he went just where he belonged. What? Working at the Walmart? What the? No, not working at the Walmart. He went down to the fiery depths of hell.
Yeah, well, some people would describe Walmart as hell.
Look, all I know is that he's never coming back, and that could be a good thing for us. Because now, Chris can focus on us more than Slappy. And if Slappy's gone, we got a better shot going to, places.
What the fuck
Whatnot.
is this? The only shot you got is working at the Walmart.
Now we can take his place.
This is great.
Hey, you miss me?
Oh.
'Cause I'm not dead. There's no way we didn't see you coming through the door or anything. I came through that window over there. So how about you back off? Because nobody is taking my job as Slappy the Dummy, and Chris is gonna continue working with me. Alright? So you're gonna back off. Alright? Oh, what the fuck? And you're not gonna get rid of me that quick, that easy. Alright? I'm coming back.
What the fuck is this? It's so good. I love
See
it.
me gone.
Yeah, I actually love this.
That's it. Yeah, you came through that window. You came through that window over there. You're gonna go
Are we
out.
doing it? What's
Right?
happening?
Come on, I'm gonna get rid of you. You can't do this. This is inhumane. This is inhumane. If you do this, nothing will ever be the same forever. Never the same. Never the same. If you do this, never the same.
Slappy, no!
Yeah.
Slappy, no.
Some people don't have any respect. Oh, I'm gonna get back up there. I'm gonna get back up there, and I'm gonna
Poor
stop.
doll's been destroyed. Look at it.
Oh yeah, that doll's messed up.
What is happening?
It's like stay out of the
It's doing the
basement now.
Goosebumps theme.
It's doing the Goosebumps thing.
Yeah. What? Okay, Sam Cooke. Why Sam Cooke now? Okay.
Love it.
That was.
I think I like that
was
one
the-
more than the other one.
That's the greatest
honestly, I
video
was
of this.
like, I was thinking Slappy the movie was the magnum opus here, but
Nope. I think Slappy's Rivals, the sequel. I think it's better.
God,
Slappy,
Guys.
going out the window.
go check out these videos if you haven't already. I swear, these are the funniest things I think I've ever seen.
He deserves 1,000 subs. Okay,
Deserves
Go
1,000
to
subs.
Slappy the
Okay,
Rival.
right,
Slappy the Dummy.
23 of you watching this right now or listening to this, go subscribe to Slappy the Dummy, TEH Dummy, and get him to
Yeah,
1,000
Slappy
subs.
Not the dummy, the dummy.
Get him to 1,000 subs. This is your homework for tonight, guys.
Man, that was
Okay.
ridiculous. But so good.
Okay, moving on to the next video, we have another Slappy the movie. This is Slappy the movie trailer.
777 horror.
Embarrassing. You said you could get a new one.
So I did. Why don't you look behind the couch?
Really? You really got me a new dummy?
Almost new. I was passing the second-hand store near my office. There he was, just sitting in the window.
How much is that dummy in the window?
Daddy,
Oh, and that video effect can give anyone a seizure.
Daddy, thank you. As soon as you shut it.
I'm almost positive that this is the theme song to Dead Silence.
It is.
It is.
Are you kidding? Slappy here is an antique.
Oh, now we're in a
dummy with
family.
class.
Look at that! Look at that quality. That was like VHS quality right there. You guys don't understand. This was back in the YouTube days where if you wanted to see a movie clip on YouTube, you had to literally record it off of like either a TV screen or the video quality. If it was a rip, it was gonna look bad.
The only thing that annoyed me about that episode was the freaking like the footprints. I was like, why are they so perfectly like, you know, placed? And then like, it's not like they're fading away as like he walks. Like, there must have been a lot of mud on those shoes. Oh, it's all three.
What happened to that Slappy piece that was on the elevator door?
I will pay thousands for
I wonder if that's in a warehouse somewhere or something.
I'm curious.
Yeah. Or if
I'll sell my kidney for it.
That's something that Ron has.
Oh, I'd sell my kidney for it.
I'd sell a kidney for.
See if this is actually going to go anywhere.
America would help me. Let me do it. Stupid America.
I would sell that cuckoo clock for it.
This Halloween. Here we go. Now we're getting somewhere.
This Halloween.
Get ready to see something you've never seen before.
Yeah.
Well, you're right. I've never seen that before. Slappy. Slappy.
What's with the 1P being like so raised?
Oh, I gotta bring special attention to that name.
Yeah, but look at the P.
Yeah, I was about to say
that 1P.
Slappy.
It's like so. It's like
in an uppercase.
Oh, is it supposed to be a thing where it's creepy because the upper and lowercase alternate?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. And then, yep. So Slappy, October 31st, 2010, in 3D and IMAX.
It's an IMAX.
Oh my god, it's an IMAX. I wish Goosebumps was an
so
IMAX.
Bad quality. How could that be IMAX?
I'd rather see Slappy's rivals in IMAX.
In IMAX, yeah. Extended to 3 hours. It's like Avengers Endgame runtime. So as you can see with this video, I mean, there's not much.
What do they call those? What do they call the variants? All the different Slappy variants.
Oh yeah,
from across the Slap.
Yeah, it's like Loki, but instead of Loki, it's Slappy.
Hilarious.
That would be pretty funny. As you can see by this, there's not like much substance to this video. This is pretty common back then, where people would just kind of like make fake trailers from existing TV show movie clips. They would make fake trailers. But obviously, there's no substance to this one. They just put a bunch of clips together and put the Dead Silence music over it. So, funny enough.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Sorry, 777 horror.
All right, so the next one is going to be probably my personal favorite. This is one simply called Night of the Living Dummy.
There's another one called Night of the Living Dummy.
There's a lot of ones called Night of the Living Dummy. Night of the Living Dummy. I love these old school like title effects and like old school editing, and then you got this recording off of a camcorder screen, and then this guy just throws Slappy like that.
What is it with everybody throwing this Slappy doll, man?
Chris.
Oh god.
Man, that's so ridiculous.
Great.
Whoa! It's a cat!
It's
Not a cat.
It's a cat.
Whoa! A cat can talk!
I'm gonna kill you now.
Cats, like, hardly ever attack people. I mean, that would never happen. Whoa! You stupid kid.
He's under the dirty laundry.
Yeah.
The walking actually doesn't look that bad.
I used to make videos like this where Slappy's feet was walking.
Remember?
Oh, that was like Night of the Living Dummy 3 scream right there.
I've been waiting.
No!
I love it.
No!
Get away from me, you stupid cat!
Oh crap!
Oh, this is great. The walking doesn't look that bad.
What do you want from me?
I want you to be my slave.
Well, why can't we just be friends?
But I never had any friends.
Well, sometimes friends play football.
How do you do that?
Well, all you gotta do is just put your hands out and try and catch the football.
Okay, I'm ready to catch it.
Okay, here I go. Slappy.
This guy's like a grown, like, adult, too,
Slappy.
making this video.
No, my pet cat. No. Okay, well,
No, my pet cat. So, I mean, this is as old can get. I mean, this video is from 2007. This video is like 17 years old. Like, that's insane.
And it still
it's so
holds
old.
up.
It's so old that they had to record the video off of another camcorder. That's how old it is.
Huh.
And it's so good. Again, timing, whether intentional or not, is impeccable. Like, this dude coming in and being like, "Whoa, look at that cat!" And Slappy's just like, "I'm not a cat.
I'm not a cat."
It's so good. And even by the end, he still calls him a cat. He's like, "No, my pet cat, no."
That's so good.
The acting is great. That zoom in on him when he's going, "Oh." So good. Sounds very
Straight out of Night of the Living Dummy 3.
I was gonna say it sounds very Pauly Shore-ish in the sort of manner of speech. It's like, "Get away from me, you stupid cat." No, that's not really Pauly. That's not really Pauly Shore.
That sounds
That's
more
Pauly-
Napoleon Dynamite the way you said it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's more Napoleon Dynamite. It's just like, "Oh, idiot." Like in that sense. But yeah, I mean, this is my personal favorite among this playlist. It's just, I don't know. It's a bygone era of YouTube videos, just when people made stuff like that just to have fun.
We should bring it back.
We should bring it back. Starting today, we're gonna bring back.
We three should make a video.
That would be really funny. I actually, fun fact, and I don't encourage anyone to go look after this, but I actually made a remake of this video on my main channel. It's the same thing. It's just 2019 remake, and it's me. It's me reenacting it, and I don't think it's the same. because when you try to when you get something like this that's kind of like accidentally like really really funny, but then you try to recreate it, it's not as good. So I don't recommend anybody go looking for that. But for those of you who want to know, I did.
We're going to look. We're gonna go look.
They're probably gonna go look.
The cat's out of the bag.
I'm gonna have to hear about it.
I'm not a cat.
I'm not a cat.
I'm not a cat. Ling Ling, you forgot your bling bling.
Okay, so the next video we're going to take a look at is one that I feel many people have probably seen at least once, even a thumbnail for. It's a music video, and it's by Lemon Demon called Goosebumps.
Looks like the kid from...
This is a good video, this one.
Ads. Yeah, it looks like Ricky the Rat. Just saying.
Now, first off, do you guys notice that this whole video is in like that sort of comic dot art that's very similar to the Goosebumps books? That is a great touch.
I think I'm in deep trouble. You're the one I'm dying for. Every night in Terror Tower, I need you in a dream.
Indie rock music.
It is very indie. I love the glare on the books too. I don't know if that's intentional, but ooh,
trippy, man. Video was ahead of its time.
Those were those gifts came from.
How many Oh, he's got way more subscribers than us. So I'm not helping him get any more. Get that guy.
Oh, Neil? No, Neil's freaking awesome. If you guys haven't checked out Neil Sarega's channel, probably butchered that name. If you haven't checked out his channel, go check it out because he does a lot of really good videos.
Where I found your bones, you give me goosebumps.
Now, this is a really cool effect. I like this.
I wonder how long it took him to do that.
A long time, probably.
Wonder if R.L. Stine has seen this.
I would be shocked if he didn't, to be honest.
That's the best Goosebumps song ever written.
It is a really good one. It's like this came out in May 2011, and it's just crazy to think about how people on YouTube back then could make like really really good music and music videos, because this is a really good music video.
2011. That was at a time when no one cared about Goosebumps. Like that's what's more interesting too. Like that was the lull period of Goosebumps, where you could go to a thrift store, you could go to a Half Price Books, and you'd probably find all your TV Presents books and your Black Spines for like $1.99 each, even the rare ones.
That's why I'm so attached to this like bygone era of YouTube, because this is really, it does connect to like where Goosebumps was at a certain time, because it really wasn't until the movie came out that obsession with Goosebumps collecting really ramped up. I mean, it was there, but it really ramped up
big time
when the movie came out, because
people were like, oh, Goosebumps, I remember that. Oh, nostalgia hit. And everybody started getting into on
that's why
again.
There's a love-hate relationship with the movie for me as a collector. I love that they did it. I love it, but the collecting side kind of it hurt. It really hurt.
Yeah, because they don't bring out anything like as good as what was brought out back in the 90s. If they did, it would be something like Harry Potter or Star Wars or something. You still want that vintage stuff, but there's still plenty of new stuff that you could get too. So there's something for everybody. But Goosebumps, it's like really all you've got. It really is the '90s stuff. So everybody has to go after that now, with the exception of like what we talked about, like the new board game and stuff. But it's like if they could have just done something like that.
One thing that I remember from this era, and I don't have any in this playlist just because I actually can't find any that I used to watch, and B, I just don't think it would be really interesting. But there was a lot of videos in this era where people would film themselves showing off their Goosebumps collections. So like there would be people being like, "Hi, welcome to my Goosebumps collection video." Like I think it was even before your time, Bjorn. People would just have like a little stack of their books and be like, "Here's all the books I got, and here's Welcome to the Dead House, and here's Stay Out of the Basement." So I remember that. I even made my own when I started my main YouTube channel. It actually is one of my most popular videos, surprisingly enough. So
it's funny when people do that. Like I run into people all the time that are like, "Oh, my son's a big Goosebumps fan. He's got all the books. Like he's got a big collection." And I'm like, books, just books. Like, you know what I mean? And this one lady, I think I told you guys,
lady.
This one lady was like, "Oh, my son's collection would put yours to shame. Like he's got all the books." And I was like, okay.
Just be like, your son's gonna need those books to dry his tears.
This makes me think of that X-Men Juggernaut voiceover video. "Bitch, don't you know who the fuck I am? I'm the Goosebumps Aussie fan."
I should just take that photo around of me with the collection, and when someone says that, I just hold it up like this with a stern face, like,
"Here you go.
This is my collection."
Drop it. Just fucking drop
it.
Just pull out a mic out of your pocket and drop it.
Hold the picture up, mic.
Like all those ones that Tyler had, just a little tiny mini mics, just carry those around with you. So people do that. You just pull one out and
mini
drop
mic it. Or Mr. Krabs is like the little, "Let me play a sad song in the world's smallest violin."
Oh yeah.
There was a Simpsons joke where they did that too. It was Lenny in the bar, and he's like, "You know what I'm playing for you, Homer? The world's smallest violin, and now I got to sell it just to pay my rent." He's like, "Oh no, where's the bow? I need the bow to go with it."
Oh man, I love that Goosebumps song. I think that's like my favorite one.
Yeah, it's a really good one. I mean, like I said, if you haven't seen this song nor Neil's work, go check him out because he does a lot of great music videos, whether original songs or remixes. They're really well done stuff. So go check it out if you haven't already. Now the next video,
bought this song and released it.
I feel like it was released.
It should. If it wasn't, it should.
I'll have to confirm on that, but I feel like it might have been released. But all right, next up, we're gonna take a tiny listen to a theme song remix. Now, chances are, if you're a chronic Goosebumps YouTuber like I am, you've probably seen this at least at some point. So let's take a look.
I've seen that. I used it in some of my old videos. I used this in some of my old videos. I heard this. This was back when you had like one remix for Goosebumps, and it was this.
This was the only remix of Goosebumps for a while. It's crazy.
Yeah, it was,
now there's
really.
tons.
I used it for so many years.
Well, that's the thing. It's like this remix is great, but I'm so happy now that there are
remixed, so.
Well, I'm so happy that there are so many like Goosebumps remixes now. People have gotten so much more used to like remixing old theme songs now on YouTube. Look at you got Bjorn getting all hood over here.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
You're gonna start spitting rhymes over there, Bjorn.
You know what we have to follow this video with? Goosebumps. We're in the hip hop like element now.
That's smooth for life.
Yeah.
This came out in September 29th, 2007. So this video
Jesus.
is In 3 years, it'll be 20 years old. Think about that.
I remember being 12 and hearing this. And being like, oh, that's so cool. It's like a hip-hop remix.
All right, so the next video we're going to watch is one that's called All 62 Goosebumps Spoiled in 4 Minutes. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I am nostalgic for this video, but this is also a video that pisses me off greatly. And I'll tell you why when we get into it. Let's take a look.
Because it's a roller coaster.
All wrong.
Hi, I'm Pete Berg, and I'm going to spoil all 62 Goosebumps books for you while riding a roller coaster. The home the Bensons inherited is a scam so the undead can drink their blood. The real Dr. Brewer is tied up in the basement, and Dr. Brewer is a sinister half-man, half-plant imposter. Aunt Catherine's cat, Sarah Beth, is actually an evil witch in disguise. The camera was cursed. Ahmed is...
Okay, so up till that point, it was fulfilling what the title said. They were spoiling the Goosebumps books. Say Cheese and Die, however, that's not a spoiler. The camera was cursed. That's not a spoiler. You didn't spoil anything. So I'm going to tell you right now, there's going to be a lot of instances in this video where this gentleman right here will not actually spoil the Goosebumps books. He will just basically give it a small briefing on what the actual story is about, but he won't spoil it.
Been on a roller coaster too long. That's why.
And he's on a roller coaster
too long.
Well, do you notice too? I don't know if you guys can notice this, but you can obviously tell he's reading off something because he's not even looking at the camera. He's obviously reading off a list or a teleprompter of some kind. So I don't know.
Well, someone's just holding the book up, and then the next book.
Show the book. Yeah.
This book.
That's what I'm thinking. Somebody's just holding up a book. I mean, like this one. This one.
Yeah.
Evil and wants to mummify the kids for his devious plan. When the kids go invisible, they get switched with their inverted doubles from the mirror world. The magic incantation Karu Maru Odana Loma Milano Karanu brings the dummies alive.
On a twist.
Lucy and her parents were monsters all along. They're all aliens, and the camp is a training facility on another planet. Hannah and her family died in the house fire and were ghosts the entire time. The mask never comes off.
Not a spoiler.
You should be careful what you.
That was a quick.
It's not a spoiler or a plot point.
Mr. Toggle cuts off
that was the quick
piano playing
one yet.
Grady's friend Will is the werewolf, and Wolf is just a normal dog. The mud monsters are real. The park employees are monsters, and Horrorland is a hidden camera show for the Monster Channel. Gary accidentally turns himself into a bee.
That's literally
the monster blood passes the expiration date, Evan and Cuddles return to their normal size. Dr. Deep is evil and wants to capture the mermaid and put her in the zoo.
Okay, that's not even true. Dr. Deep is not the villain in that book. He's not. So he doesn't turn evil. That is just simply wrong. So, yeah. Sorry. This video pisses me off for a multitude of reasons.
The scarecrows come to life.
Not a spoiler.
A giant
Why is it on the list?
Under the school. The Sadler kids are actually ghosts. Neela is the 4,000-year-old sister of the mummy, and she brings him back to life. The actor playing the Phantom isn't Zeke. It's a ghost. Libby is the masked mutant in disguise. Larry and Amy are not humans. They are dogs, and they're made to look human by Dr. Merkin. Sue and Eddie are the children of an evil king sent to the future by a wizard. When Michael reverses the curse of the cuckoo, his sister Tara was never born. Evan drinks monster blood and grows to the size of a house. Again. There's an evil sponge that lives under the sink.
Not a spoiler.
A different family buys the same evil dummy from the pawn shop, and he comes to life. Again.
That's not a spoiler.
The kids turn into dolls.
That was wrong.
Not a spoiler.
That was a giant purple monster named King Jelly Jam living under the camp. And the camp
yes, the living dummy too was wrong.
The guard knows
he said it was the same dummy found in a pawn shop.
That's not a spoiler.
They're not kids at all.
Slappy was found in the trash.
Test the new theme park. Steve gets stuck in an old man mask that makes him age really quickly.
That's literally just the part of
the house are the ghosts.
You tell me the sewer like
the kids make magic snowballs that instantly freeze anything they hit, but it can't be unfrozen.
That's not a spoiler.
Aunt Ben's colleagues want to kill her so they can steal jungle magic from a shrunken head.
That is like a half spoiler.
Slappy the evil dummy gets bought by yet another family and comes to life again for the third time.
For the third time, that's not a spoiler.
The magician Amazo is actually a giant dummy controlled by a talking rat.
I feel like I'm a broken record at this point.
Dana is kidnapped by Dr. Gray, locked in a freezer with an alien egg monster, and when he escapes, he returns home.
Kidnapped by Dr. Dre.
The beasts are not dangerous.
Why did he take so long to describe that one?
The same idiot to take the pictures with a cursed camera. Again.
Okay, that one is not a spoiler, but I'm going to give him props for making it funny because he just says same idiot uses the same camera. So I will at least give him props for that one. That at least made me laugh on that one. But man, it's just it's infuriating at this point. It's like half of these are not even spoilers. He's just saying what happens in the story, like the basic premise. And the Slappy ones are not even true. Like when you think spoiler, you think like the twist at the end. So like if you're going off of like Night of the Living Dummy 2, for example, you're saying like Slappy is killed by Dennis, but it turns out Dennis himself is alive. Or something like that. Like you know what I mean? So it's like it's not even like I almost wonder if this is like just a troll. Like I wonder if he's just trolling us. Like it's not meant to actually be spoilers. It's just a way to mess with you. So in which case he succeeded.
It's wrong. Half the things he says is wrong.
Like the Weird Al song. Everything he knows is wrong.
Somebody gave him a script, like you said, and he doesn't know himself, so he's just reading the script.
I think he is reading the script.
Well, he's totally reading a script. You can see he's not even looking at the camera. He's looking off screen at something else. And you can hear it. He even like stutters and he's like, so he's obviously reading off something. Trouble is, I don't know if he really did his research. So whatever.
Everyone at Camp Spirit Moon is a ghost. The monster is allergic to humans.
Great book.
The treasure of the Lost Forest is a scroll, which tells the kids that they're actually lost forever. The jack-o'-lanterns are Shane and Shanna in disguise, who are actually shape-shifting aliens who eat humans. Everybody turns into werewolves.
That is wrong. The only person who turns into a werewolf is Kara at the end of the book. Nobody else turns into a werewolf. That's wrong. That's a wrong one.
Ricky turns the entire student body into slaves by feeding them creep cookies. Jacqueline's long-lost father is a sorcerer who controls an army of snowmen. Jack secretly threw the flying competition and didn't lose his powers after all. Vanessa the witch is obsessed with manners, so when the kids are rude, she turns them into chickens.
That's not a spoiler.
Matt turns into a 16-year-old
It took
squirrel
4 seconds to explain
chicken. Stuck as a little girl.
That is not a
spoiler. The whole book is a story within a story, written by a blob monster. Sarah's attempt to fake her drowning backfires. She dies and becomes a ghost.
Okay, it's been a while since I read Camp Cold Lake, but I think that is very wrong. Because I don't think Sarah does not die once. Well, okay, Sarah dies, but she's brought back to life. She loses consciousness, but she doesn't die. The only thing that really is considered a twist is that one of the other campers is a ghost, and she wants Sarah to be her friend. That is what happens in that book. So,
be my friend.
About the teeth.
Yeah, again, wrong.
About the teeth.
Sam and his friends are actually aliens, and Brent is the last living human who's been turned invisible to avoid detection. Billy swaps
that's not even the right book.
Iced tea with a bottle of magic plankton and turns him into a fish. The kids open a portal to an alternate dimension called the Gray World, and then they get stuck inside.
Wrong book.
Alex's aunt and uncle are actually werewolves.
You fucking
and Hannah is too.
Loser.
Everything that happens in this book is a long, elaborate nightmare, and Marco is a monster. Conan eats monster blood and...
What a loser!
Marco is not a monster. He's a human. The twist is that the story was a dream in Keith's mind, and Keith is the monster. Marco is a normal human. It's wrong. I'm sorry, but it's wrong.
Splits into 4 evil clones. So there you have it, folks. Every single one of the 62 Goosebumps books spoiled. But I got one more spoiler for you. None of them will give you goosebumps. So suck on that, R.L. Stine. Fuck you! One last spoiler, I'm not actually on a roller coaster. So suck it!
Woo! Some of them do give you goosebumps, bitch! Ow!
Yeah, so...
He is trolling.
He is definitely trolling. He's an asshole. He didn't do his research, and he got half of those wrong, plus didn't spoil half of them. So this video makes me irrationally angry. Take from that what you will, but yeah. Screw this video. I hate it so much.
Fuck that asshole.
It's just so... You know what? I wouldn't even care that much if half of these weren't even spoilers. If most of them he didn't even, like... most of them he got completely wrong. Like Camp Cold Lake, Sarah does not die. I live in your basement. Marco is not the monster. He's a normal human. The Slappy books are not even spoilers. It literally just says like, "Oh, Slappy gets bought again." That's not even factually correct. Like you said, Bjorn, Slappy is not bought in the second one. He's found in a dumpster. So again, I don't know if he's trolling. I don't know if
he says he was found in because in the first one Slappy's found in the trash, right? And then in the second one he's found in a pawn shop. But in the first one, Mr. Wood's the one that's bought. So it's like, dude. Like,
well, when he got to
you're
the
not
first
reading
one,
these
he just said that the incantation brought him to life. He didn't mention like how they were bought. But when he got to the second one, he's just like Slappy the dummy. He's bought again from a pawn shop, and he's brought to life again. But the spoiler of the first one is that Slappy is alive the whole time too. It's that we know that Mr. Wood's alive, but Slappy's not revealed until the end. So like that's the spoiler.
He's being smart about it. Because as we know, Slappy's the smart one.
I mean, I don't know if he considers a spoiler.
I'm gonna strangle your dog.
I don't know if he considers a spoiler to just be like giving away the basic plot, but like when I think of a spoiler, I think you're giving away the ending because all of these have twist endings.
Well, that's the point of a spoiler. You know what I mean? That's actually what the definition is. It's telling something about said book, movie, whatever that is a big reveal or a big moment. That is that's not half of what this guy did though. So.
Well, again, I don't know if he's just a troll. I don't know if he was just doing this as a joke. I don't know if he would. I know he legitimately didn't do his research. But then he had to throw that bit at the end, being like, suck on that, R.L. Stein. It's like, dude, really? Like, unless you literally got all of those correct, I wouldn't be, throwing shade if I were you. Don't throw. Hey, you know what they say about glass houses.
He's obviously gay. He wants R.L. Stein to suck on his wang. So
yeah, and he had to say like none of them will give you goosebumps. Is like, well, first of all, no shit. Second of all,
probably not that guy because he was like 30.
Yeah, I'm about to say
they're meant for kids,
adults.
So.
We're adults. These are meant
some of them
children.
gave me goosebumps, legitimately.
Hot take, guys. Do you think that a book series made for children maybe has the greater appeal with children?
Yes. I mean, sure, some Goosebumps books went a little far, that were a little controversial for kids, but that's why we love them.
Well, I guess that
was a different
guy,
time.
so I don't know. Like I said, maybe it was a big elaborate joke. Maybe the guy's just a prick, but this video makes me very irrationally angry. So check it out if you want, but if you're a diehard fan like we are, you're probably gonna find yourself clawing at your leg like I am right now. So let's move on before I start drawing blood. Next up, we got Slappy the Evil Dummy. So we got another Slappy video to watch. Let's check it out.
Slappy the Evil Dummy. What?
I swear they all just like, it's always a knock at the door. I did that too with my videos.
You did? I remember that.
Oh, but look.
But mine was shot a little better than this.
Yeah, thankfully you didn't have this like shaky hand syndrome thing going on as a camera operator.
Well, I'm pretty sure the person holding the camera right now was like 8 at the time. So.
Apparently this kid either took a lot of drugs or drank a lot before filming this, because holy crap. Dude, he is just all over the place.
Keep refrigerated. What's this kid eating? I love how they just threw him in a box with no bubble wrap.
Yeah.
And
grab him by the head. Jesus.
Classic eBayer.
Yeah, I was about to say, did you buy him from eBay or something?
Classic eBay seller.
Huh. Well, that's pretty dumb. Here.
Here, cameraman.
Oh, one camera angle. This is one continuous shot.
And now I feel bad because now it was just a little girl doing it the whole time.
Well, that's what I said. I was like, well, it is a it is a little kid. So.
Oh, I didn't know that. I just thought this was another like teenage kid that this guy was friends with.
Now, look, we say this with the best of intent.
They always put it on the bed.
Not to mention these kids are 15 years older now. But
they always put him in the
little
bed.
Girl
like
has some superb acting skills. It's like I
Even
wonder
that little
where,
girl would be like,
I wonder where it came from. Jesus.
She's oh yeah, that little girl would be like 20, 23 now.
Yeah. I think she's probably close to her 30s now, I'm just gonna be honest.
Did you move him?
No.
Well, that was the bang we heard. How did he get in
He's
here?
not in the bed anymore.
How did he get in?
Why would you put him back in the same spot? Oh, you put him. Oh, just lay him on the bed.
I have to go to the bathroom.
I have to go to the bathroom.
Nikki, why is Slappy sitting on the toilet?
What?
He was like filming her going to the bathroom. Weird.
Yeah.
Well, wait, if he was all the way in there, why'd she have to announce that to everybody?
Are you trying to play
That's
a prank
weird.
on me?
No.
Are you sure?
No.
Are you
Or
sure?
something?
I doubt it. It's just a dumb old woman.
They got shit-stained toilet paper in
You
the
know what?
in the
I don't
bin.
really like this thing. I'll tell you what I'll do with him. Put him in this box and ship him back to wherever he came from. Let's wrap it up. Since this doesn't come with a person who sends
It's got random holes on the
Throw him
sides.
downstairs.
Throw it away, because I don't even want this. Dumb old thing.
Throw it away, because I don't even want it. Man, you gotta clean that garage.
Yeah, I was gonna say, clean your garage.
There.
You guys better not look at my garage then.
You got the
Right now, there's a giant tree on it anyway.
Did you hear that?
That's a creepy looking house, man. What was that sound?
I'll tell you, that dummy was.
It's like
nothing
the
but-
house from The Conjuring that the Warrens lived in. That's the room with all the cursed
does.
objects.
Oh no!
Like Slappy.
All right.
Is he in there? I don't know if he's in there.
He's not.
Not in
He's
there.
gone.
Oh, there he is.
I want you to be my slave.
No, never.
No, never.
Now she's having a
Cut
nap.
to later.
Ah, what are you doing? What are you doing?
His voice.
Wow. This is very hard movie.
You never turn me into your slave.
I like Slappy's
He's the
just letting
champ,
this all
carrying
happen.
him over his shoulder. Slappy, no!
Oh no!
Let it go.
That's
Yeah,
the best
alright.
part.
What was it? Slappy?
Ah.
My slaves forever. You'll be my slave forever. Yay, we got Slappy!
They didn't even like hit hands properly.
Oh man.
Voice of Slappy, Filmer.
Little girl who got shot.
Yeah, voice of Slappy, Nikki, Christina, Filmer, Vienna, little girl got shot. Now, I don't know what part of that was best. The the paper gun going pew, or the fact that the older brother comes to find his little sister supposedly dead from a gunshot wound. It looks over at Slappy, it's just like, Slappy. Oh,
He's having a nap. She's like this.
You.
It's so good. So
Yeah, that's how I sleep. Classic.
yeah, it's just like this. And you can tell like she was like really like trying to keep her eyes closed. It's like the thing I used to do when I went to sleep, just like
You add some music to that video, it could have been alright.
yeah. There's a lot of empty noise in that one, I will say.
Like that Harry Potter trailer I sent you, Nick, with like it was turned into like a teenage comment. It worked so well.
Okay, next up we got a bit of a longer video, but I really enjoyed this one. If you guys are familiar with Familiar Faces, a CR who used to be a part of Channel Awesome, he did a top 13 Goosebumps video. So let's take a look.
You know, every generation has that one book series that they just really fall in love with, which is important because it inspires them to read the classics, while at the same time cultivating the next wave of dreamers and writers. Right now you have things like Harry Potter and the Twilight Saga going around, but before all of that there was one book series that did things a little bit differently. I'm of course talking about Goosebumps.
Now, man, I used you guys to know this came out in
but I used to call them by the more accurate term novella, which is a way of saying a short novel. Adds that much needed splash of class when dealing with smug teachers and overreacting parents. They're not books, they're novellas, you Philistine. And just like Harry Potter, the craze was out of control. They were toys, clothes, candy, board games, video games, TV shows, and books based on the TV shows which were based on the books. Even now, there's been a sort of Goosebumps revival. There's a new miniseries that was released last year, a Wii video game, comic book adaptations, and possibly a Goosebumps movie coming out soon. The author R.L. Stein has been dubbed the Stephen King of children's literature, which is pretty good, but now I compare him more to Roger Corman in the sheer volume and quality range of his work. He not only wrote the Goosebumps books, but less successful titles like Fear Street, Ghosts of Fear Street, The Nightmare Room, Mostly Ghostly, Rotten School, and a ton of other standalone books. They've been idolized, criticized, demonized, and satirized. That's sort of where the similarities end. While Harry Potter's indeed a saga with a story arc, subtext, and Goosebumps was pretty much just scary stories. And with just shy of 100 books under the Goosebumps title alone, who can boil down this pile of paranormal prose? Well, I'll certainly try. So turn on all the lights, grab your favorite security blanket, and let's take a look at the top 13 Goosebumps books.
I think he had to cut out the theme song for copyright.
I'm sure he did. Boom, 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 boom.
Bam, 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 bam. Here, we'll do a cappella like that one video.
Right. There's Eric Lloyd. We just seen him. So Eric Lloyd.
We're probably going to cut this part of the video out, so I just want to say a lot of people on Twitter, when I posted the board game, are saying, holy shit, they remembered Clay. So that's funny.
They remembered Clay.
I like that artwork.
That is really good artwork. I like that.
I had that picture on my wall for years.
13.
No one ever said anything then.
Don't judge this book by its cover.
13,
that and the title would suggest that the story is about a kid who has to deal with a monster living in his house.
That's in his top
but this
13.
is actually a psychological thriller rather than a monster story.
I think it's a really underrated
A kid named
book.
Marco gets hit in the head while Cuckoo Clock of Doom. Again, no iconic monster in this one, unless you count the freaky bird thing on the cover, which I never really imagined the bird in the story looking like that. A kid named Michael tries to get his obnoxious little sister in trouble after she wrecked his birthday party. He does this by twisting the head of a bird in an antique cuckoo clock that their father just bought. Number 11. Werewolf Skin. From time to time, Goosebumps has tried to reimagine
really
classic
underrated
in this one, the nature of a werewolf is changed from a person who involuntarily changes
he's got
from the
pretty
mood
good taste
to a werewolf. Number 10. Attack of the Masked Mutant. Over the years, my mindset towards supernatural creatures in fiction has shifted a bit. I see them more as super.
Can't agree with him on the TV show part.
The Cry of the Cat. Remember that year 2000 craze where everything was 2000 for a while? Well, so was Goosebumps. At the time, I was really getting burnt out on Goosebumps, and the start of a new series.
To be honest, though, it's like I totally understand.
Would have been the perfect excuse
I agree
to stop reading.
Being a great
Luckily,
book,
there was just enough interest in me to keep reading a few more. It says it's 2,000 times scarier right on the back. Plus, the stories always seem so slapped together, most likely from a ghostwriter. But not this rare gem. It actually has a really creative premise, which has made it one of my personal favorites.
I believe
You're visiting
it's
your
been
grandmother who happens to
confirmed
be
now
living
that
next to a cemetery.
most, if
You
not
notice
all,
the
the
tombstones are
Goosebumps
moving
were
and find out that they and the house are haunted by ghosts. Now the ghost Night of the Living Dummy. Slappy, an evil ventriloquist dummy brought to life by... No, it's another dummy named Mr. Wood. And he's even more of a bastard than Slappy ever was, in my opinion, because by the end of the book, he's trying to kill his owner's dog. But that asshole ends up chasing the dog into the street and getting run over by a bulldozer. Then it turns out Slappy was alive too, and waiting for that other guy to get lost. So from then on, Slappy was promoted from twisted to full-fledged monster. But just like the tree said to the dummy, it's good to know where your roots are. And on that horrible pun, we leave Night of the Living Dummy at number 7. Number 6. The Headless
7 at number 7.
There are these two friends named Dwayne and Stephanie. They have two hobbies, scaring the crap out of people in their neighborhood and taking the tour at the local haunted house. The book has also been made into 2 video games. The most recent one is a Wii incarnation, and I guess it looks okay. Honestly, it would have been more impressive if it came out on the 64, but right now it looks like a GameCube port rather than something that was made recently. The other game, on the other hand,
nowadays it looks like a
FMV
product of the time.
that actually had some talent behind it. This was also the introduction of the Horrors. No, not what you're thinking about. A race of green creatures with horns that deflate like balloons when you pinch them.
I don't know.
They also seem to
just went
become
from
the default
that image to this one, and this just looks like the same thing.
You see, it turned out that this was the 8th book in the original series, and at the time, the parent and educator shitfit was already starting up, basically criticizing the series for being too violent and or frivolous to be any real value to children, even though the same parents and teachers had to later on admit that Goosebumps books were probably the gateway drug to more reading. This may have been Stein's subtle way of saying to his naysayers that you're all a bunch of self-righteous bottom feeders and you need to be eaten while children laugh at you.
Jesus, I don't know if it was that deep.
How I Learned to Fly. This is probably the most unique in the book series because there is no villain or element of macabre in it. The only thing extraordinary in the book is a recipe and ingredient for dough that'll give... And the number 1 Goosebumps is... The Haunted Mask.
Okay.
Oh, how could this not be number 1? It's got it all. A sympathetic main character, a great monster, fantastic setting, and all on Halloween night. It's the story of Carly Beth, a timid soul that is always being tortured by her classmates and little brother. Then one day before Halloween, she goes in the back room of a costume shop and finds a row of the most hideous and frightful masks she's ever seen. The shopkeeper won't sell her one, so she steals one and leaves some money. So I guess it's actually buying without permission. On Halloween night, she scares the crap out of everyone she meets. And I mean, she goes apeshit, starts mouthing off at parents. She even attacks her best friend. Scary part is she's actually having the time of her life. But then she realizes the mask won't come off and is actually becoming a part of her own skin. She then finds out from the shop owner that the mask is really evil, and that all of her sinister behavior is actually the mask and her becoming one creature. The one thing that is addressed but never fully explained is the origin of the masks. Apparently the shopkeeper makes magical human masks to cover up some sort of deformity he has. At one point he even threatens to show Carly Beth what he really looks like. But as he wears each mask, it slowly changes from a human face to one of the monster faces. We are unaware if the deformity of the mask is a type of decay from the magic he uses on them, or somehow his own personal evil is being absorbed by the masks. It's a story within the story that I've always wondered about. Beth eventually removes the mask after finding her symbol of love, which is a bust of herself her mother made out of ceramic. It may sound sappy, but this story also touches on the classic notion of inner evil, being sorry to get what you really ask for, and of course, finding out who you really want to be. And for all that and more, it's earned its place at number 1. And that was the top 13 Goosebumps books. Man, it was nice to see these things again. Well, better get them back to the shed. What's up?
That's a cool design.
I really do like the artwork that whoever did that for this.
You see? This is why I didn't want a camera. You get a camera, and evil's never far behind. The Apaches knew it.
Silence! Once I take over your body, I'll take over the world!
No! Wait, that doesn't make any sense. How are you gonna take over the world with me? I'm a nobody.
Listen, I'm a spooky floating monster. That's all you need to know.
Hey, asshole. You ever see one of these?
Ooh, I brought you power for any symbol of love.
Symbol of love my ass.
What the?
Love my ass.
Yeah.
What is this? 80s video.
Bought it from a monkey.
It's meant to be 90s, but I feel like I'm watching an 80s video for some reason.
Yeah, it definitely looks like it by the video quality.
Even just the way that guy was dressed and his style, I was like, he looks like someone from the 80s.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like the Fonz.
All right, we got one more video we got to watch, and we're going to watch a YouTube poop. And it's not just about Goosebumps, but it's about our good friend Tron too. More specifically, his Goosebumps review. So let's take a look at it really quick.
How many cut-offs? Not that one, no.
I have to reason with myself that I am not candy corn, that I know deep down that I am.
Goosebumps. Forget these classics. These are just the thing to get my penis tingling.
I had to check and see if there was hair growing anywhere else.
I mean, who can forget such classics like The Haunted Ghost, The Headless School, Piano Lessons, Why I'm Afraid of Bees,
Not the beast! Ah!
The Beast from the East.
Open my eyes!
The 50 Shades of Grey. Oh shit, this one's my personal favorite. I actually cried.
I don't even care if I take crack. I'm taking them.
Yeah, you gotta do like some method.
That's what I mean, like everyone has their personal favorites, right?
If the operation is successful,
everyone's different.
Yep, apparently John's is 50 Shades of Grey.
Who could remember the horrible Goosebumps TV show?
I love how on the intro, whatever the G glides past becomes suddenly normal. Whatever the G glides past becomes sus. The lady on the billboard goes from slightly upset meth addicts to normal sus. Cracks me up every time. Man, I am just blazing through these. We're focusing on my personal favorite episode.
Hey, how's it going? I'm Jack, and today I'm here to tell you about the word sex. Here, let me show you. Oh, my favorite.
Not old enough? Like, what's gonna happen?
And he's finally met with...
Yoy.
The bed starts spinning and sends him into an alternate reality where Master Josh is a famous YouTuber.
Really, Josh Tron?
Oh, no.
Dr. Amsterdam. There you are. Doctor, you're gonna have to take off your...
You're a genius.
Now, lady, you know that's whatever you just said ain't right.
You are charged with crimes against you. How do you plead?
Well, not
Guilty!
Describe what Marcellus Wallace looks like.
The Men in Black, eh?
Say what again? Say what again?
Say what again?
The moral of this story is
again.
never think, or else Josh Tron might catch you and kill you no matter what.
The FBI should be knocking this door any minute now.
NYPD, open up!
You think I'm gonna keep going after that? Can't do that.
This episode was just too big for one segment. Part 2 will be out faster than... Let's go! I'll go. My list... Oh,
it's good for the kids. If it's good for the kids.
There's music in the treetops, and there's music in the bed.
Okay, bitch.
So it's time to take a look at the final Susu.
Oh,
So us.
that's a good one.
Last, but certainly best, Ghost Beach. The Ghost Beach. This Ghost Beach tale is about two kids on the beach. Just takes a nice trip and finds it.
Oh, that episode, man.
Jish and Terry learn of a ghost that allegedly still roams the
A raccoon, maybe.
Yeah, a raccoon.
Ghost Beach. At this point, we know something fishy is going on.
Well, that's about enough.
And it's decided between them to go out to...
Oh, John Tron.
Well, I gotta be honest, that one was more for me than probably them, so...
Yeah.
On that, that's gonna do it for this very weird episode of the Goosebumps Crew Podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed it, watching some of these weird videos with us. And if you want us to watch more weird Goosebumps videos in the future, let us know in the comments below. We're open to ideas, and we like doing these fun little watch parties, reactions. But as always, make sure you go ahead and sub to the rest of the Goosebumps Crew, Bjorn and Nick, Goosebumps Oxypan and Shawan, respectively, on their Instagrams, YouTubes, and whatnot. They really deserve the support, so make sure you support them if you can. And as I said at the beginning, if you like today's episode, make sure you leave a like and comment. If you're watching us on YouTube, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell notification to get updates on future episodes. If you want to watch episodes a week or a day early, you can follow us on our audio platforms, and you can follow the Goosebumps Crew on social media, on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and Facebook to keep up with updates on the Goosebumps Crew podcast and some of our future endeavors. We'll be back next week with a brand new episode, but until then, this has been the Goosebumps Crew podcast. From all of us here, we want to wish you all, as always, to take care, stay safe, and have a very scary day.